Okay, we'll see how this goes. Already halfway through my beverage. I just started the stream. Okie doke. Sweet. Live. Everything looks good. No drop frames. About 3 seconds in. So I just thought I'd do a impromptu stream. Um, I, gosh, in all honesty, let me take a look at. I haven't really done a video in a while, and there's a couple things. Yeah, since August 11th. So it's been about a little over a month now, month and a week or so. So, and the reason for it is, uh, computer cases, they cost money. When I'm done reviewing or done using computer cases, what I do is I turn around and I go to sell it. I'm also just realizing that this is the first time in which I am streaming actually from this location on my YouTube channel, I believe. So, fun. Anyways, so I'm waiting for a couple of my computer cases to sell so that I can buy more computer cases, do more reviews on. I do have, currently at my feet, I have 2 cases that I could do reviews on. And all honesty, I just haven't. I've come home after work and just haven't really gotten to it. I haven't really sat down and worked on recording the videos for these 2 cases here. So I should get my rear in gear and do some recording of computer cases. It's just I come home from work. Work's been a little more than usual. We got a few campuses up and running again as the school year starts. We had a whole department just kind of swapped out, so that took a while. And we are also erecting another building with keys going to be handed over hopefully soon before 2019. So otherwise, yeah, I'm I don't know. Wasn't 100% sure where this stream was going to go. Don't. I'm like, what are you doing on that thing? You're just sitting there. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do at this point though. Um, so with my next case that sells, I'm thinking about either doing some sort of upgrade to the channel itself, whether it be audio quality or recording quality. I'm not sure. This is kind of where I was hoping for some input here as well as to what you think might need an upgrade. Whether it's the audio quality for I am okay, good. Oh, that's not the microphone that it should be using. Why is it not picking up? It helps when there we go. It helps when the right microphone is plugged in. Just finished your build with the Fractal Design R6. Been pretty happy so far. Very nice. Yeah, I got the Fractal Design Define R6 actually right at my foot. It's my new computer case that I've been using, and I need to get its video up and running. Well, I need to record it is what I need to do. So,
But one of the things I've just been wondering though is what sort of increase or upgrade to the channel I should probably do, whether or not it be audio for the videos that you see, maybe audio for the streams that we do every Monday on Twitch, or maybe it is video quality, or maybe you guys just want to see more content, in which case I'll just kind of skip the upgrade for now and go with more content. So it was just one of those things that kind of was going through my head for a bit, wondering what I should do, kind of feeling like I'm at a fork. So it's also harder to record in here, as you can tell. In the new place, it's a little more cramped. So how is that R6? You got any pictures that you want to show? Trying to think about how much of a delay is there between me and what I'm saying. You vote more content. The audio and video are good enough for government work. Thank you, Demand. I also forgot to post that I was live. There we go. Yeah, I was thinking more content. I was also thinking audio. In particular, I was thinking audio for both recording and the streams. So I'm not a big audio guy. I'm not one who can really hear the difference too much in audio quality unless it's like, clearly out there. And but I have Gray, who does the streams with me every Monday on Twitch, and then Jeremy, who visits, and he's done some video editing for me. He did all of the videos that had released over the summer, and as well, they both are big audio people. They know, they know the brands, they know the formats, they know everything, and they talk to me about audio stuff, and I feel like half of it goes over my head. So, you sadly have now pictures or no pictures? I got solid sides because I am not really into visuals. I'm more concerned about what comes over my screen. Yep, performance over aesthetics. Not a bad way to go. That's kind of how my server is right now. It's performance over aesthetics. So, right, hun? The ugly case that you painted for me and made pretty? Yeah. So, which that is also another video. So now that I think about it, I got 3 videos which I could record and get going once I get some, I don't know, figure out how to record in here in this new, tighter area. So, alright, I think I need to do a quick tweet. Just, I should have done this beforehand. Or actually, I should make it so that ITTC does that for me. Because that would be probably the smarter thing to do. So you got the R6 with the solid side panels then, is what I'm hearing? I wonder if I could probably make a poll on Twitter. If there was one thing, oops, about my channel you would upgrade, would it be audio for the Twitch, for the Monday Twitch streams? Oh, that's too long. Audio for streams, audio for videos. How many choices can I add? Nice. My audio seems fine. I'm sure everything can improve, but there is no annoying hiss or distractions, so good enough. Yep. So I feel like as long as my audio is decent, then I'm okay. But like I said, my two buddies, Gray and Jeremy, they talk audio, and they've recommended audio equipment to me before. Um, so it has me wondering, and that's funny because last night I asked them both about it, and one never responded, and the other one's like, make more content. And I'm like, but you've been recommending me, both of you recommended me, certain audio equipment. I am going to make this poll on Twitter. And I'm going to make it last for 7 full days. I'm going to tweet that. And copy link. There you go. Right there. So, kind of want to get like, I don't know, I kind of want to get the general idea of everyone, of what they think should be going on. Because it's not just me making the videos and throwing them out there. It's me taking the information that I can gather from, all of the cases that I get and sharing that information with you guys so that everyone can make better, more informed decisions on what you're going to buy before you spend your hard-earned cash on that stuff you want to buy. So that's why I'm like, well, I could make, my audio or my video better so that you get a better idea, a better understanding of, um, just make the message more clear, I guess, would be a good way of saying it. So, but if it's more content, then I'll definitely try to pump out more content. I should get off my rear more often and record this. So once I figure out how I'm going to record in here, then I should just be rolling. So, but it's figuring out kind of where the setup would be in order to do that. I think my neighbor is outside. So since we moved, we are in a tiny home, and we have turned the bedroom into our office. So the bedroom is so small that our queen size bed was very snug in here. So we have my desks over here on the side of the wall, and then we have Wolf's desks and her command center station over there. So she's playing some Destiny. Her computer, which we did do a review on, is also back here. So, and then all of her decorations are behind me so that when I do my streams, it's all of her decorations. And then every time I stream, I gotta flip around one of those signs. So, D-Man, yeah, the R6 has plenty of room for hard drive expansions, which is what I wanted. I have 5.5 terabytes of SSD. 5.5 terabyte of SSDs. Oh my goodness, dude. Replacement for the panel with USB-C. Nice. I wish the case came with the USB-C panel. Oh, $20 off Newegg? That's not bad, though. Olrune, hey, popped in to see what it's about. So this is about two different things. One is I just made a quick Twitter poll, basically asking what you think I should do. I'm kind of at a point where when my next case sells, I can either A, take the money I make off that case and buy new audio equipment, or maybe a new camera, or maybe I just go and I buy two cases off of it. So, because that was my Thermaltake, my personal Thermaltake Core X5 case. So, I'm just kind of wondering what you guys, the community, really want to see as far as things go, whether or not it's just more content, or whether or not you guys think that there's something that could be upgraded. So, as I mentioned to D-Man, I'm not a big audio guy. I don't, my ears aren't as fine-tuned as they used to be with being able to hear the difference, between like the highest quality and the, lower quality um, audio equipment. So, but Gray and Jeremy from the streams on Twitch that we do on Mondays, they both have recommended a couple different audio equipment stuff. One of the microphones they both recommended. So I was thinking about that. So, anywho, I feel like at this point I'm basically repeating myself, but D-Man put his 2 cents in. Gray gave me his 2 cents last night. I'm waiting to hear back from Jeremy for his 2 cents, and just kind of see what is what around here. So, yeah. So feel free to go to that Twitter link and submit your vote, I guess. So otherwise, I don't really have anything planned. If anyone has any sort of questions or comments or just want to talk, um, so if the price is reasonable, more audio, yeah. So the price wouldn't be too bad, in my opinion. Out of all the audio equipments that are out there, the one that they recommended was decent and decently priced. So it's, you know, I could do it once I sell the next case. Um, or I can buy more cases once the next case sells. Howdy. So, at this time, I'll say, yeah, cameras can get expensive, and they can get expensive pretty quick, I feel. Especially when you're looking at certain features that you want for the future or whatnot. Because that's going to be my main problem, is I'm going to want to future-proof whatever sort of video equipment I get. As far as audio equipment goes, I think as long as I can always throw it into the video editing software, then that works just fine. So, high quality voiceover has a huge impression of general video quality. Yeah, and I feel like audio quality helps with um, both videos and streams. But if everyone's saying that the audio quality currently is decent, not top notch. I don't need it to be top notch right now. It would be nice if one day I do get like top notch audio equipment, but I'm not worried about having top notch audio equipment right now. I'm not worried about having top notch video equipment right now. I'm just worried about having decent videos that I can throw out that you can still get all of the information that you need. I'm worried that maybe my audio is not good. Maybe my video quality is not good. So those are some of the things that I'm worried about. Um, and with Gray and Jeremy talking audio equipment to me, it just kind of makes me wonder about my audio. So, and again, I'm not good with being able to hear the difference too much between a higher end and mid end um, audio files, I guess. So 5.5 terabytes though of SSDs, my goodness. So how many drives is that with your 5.5 terabytes of SSDs there? Oops, wrong one. There we go. 0.5 gigs of NVMe boot up, 2 terabyte Micron 111 or 1100, 1100 probably is what you really call it, and 3 1 terabyte SSDs. Jeez, quite a setup, man. Quite a setup. So, Facepalm. Hey, Facepalm. Personally use your Blue Snowball if you record and it's more than enough for you. Right, I figured you meant 0.5 terabytes. No one can boot off of 0.5 gigabytes. So, yeah, Facepalm, no, it's I definitely agree. There's some channels I go to and you can tell that the audio quality is not good. But I feel like that's more apparent. But when it gets to a decent part, I feel like, between decent, good, and pro, it's harder to tell unless you're, really big into audio. Really? You can do 5 gigs off Linux? I thought Linux was like a little bigger than that. I thought Linux was like, I don't know, I want to say 3 or 4 gigs, not point 0.5. Hmm. I'm looking at the weather going, ooh, the sun's coming out. Oh, okay. Yeah, the only versions of Linux I'm really familiar with, or not familiar with, know about really, is Ubuntu for servers and Linux Mint. Oh, jeez. Yeah, DOS. Now, were those the 5.25 inch floppy drives, or were those like the 3.5-inch floppy drives? 1.4. Okay. Oh, not the 3.5. Yeah. Yeah, the 3.5s were the 1.44 megabyte floppies. At least I believe that was the case. Let me double check here. Because I used to use those floppies as well. Three and a half inches. Yeah, this is the wiki with all of the other stuff. Yeah, 3.5, 1.44 megabytes. Okay. See, I wasn't 100% sure, or never really knew where the floppies dropped as time went on with OSs. So that's kind of cool to know, though. That's interesting that the 5.25 stopped when DOS 5.0 came around as well. Bless me. Sorry. Sorry, honey. It's the cat scratch that got me. It just doesn't feel good. Cat got me in the middle of the night. He and the other cats were playing. Not that that's a pretty picture. Yes, Wolf's playing Destiny 2 out in the background. So, anywho, I think that was basically it, though, for what I wanted to quickly discuss as far as what's going on here. Streaming for the first time in our new tiny home that we're currently in temporarily, maybe a year or so. Um, Trying to figure out, and I haven't yet figured out how I'm going to record content here, or if I'm going to be able to record content here. If not, I may need to find another place to record content. I have 3 cases in this house that I could do video of. One would be a review, and the 2 others would not really be reviews, but they would be videos of what's kind of going on with me here, techie-wise. And then there was another video that I wanted to do, but I was going to throw it on my Things with Bear channel, which is kind of the house itself that we're currently living in, the tiny home, if you will. So, yeah, I don't know. Was there really anything else that I said I wanted to know? Otherwise, the floor is open for discussion, and we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. If you have any questions, or D-Man was talking earlier about his Define R6 that he got. And if you see me doing this, it's because I got the stream here, I got the chat here, and then I have everything else on my right here, which may be your left. I don't know. Tiny house, either in a zoned area or out in the boonies. Kind of out in the boonies. So what it is my coworker at the time. He and I were talking. I told him that rent was getting out of hand where I lived. They wanted how much from us? They wanted $1,500 a month just for rent alone. And And I'm like, that's ridiculous. I can't do it. Financially, I can't do it. And so I thought I was going to have to find another place to rent, but prices everywhere else seemed to be kind of around the same area. I thought, well, great, I'll have to move back in with my dad for about a year or so, save up enough money, buy a house, sort of thing. Talked to my coworker, we got to talk and told him about it, and he's like, well, I have this basically a tiny home. Well, he called it a trailer, but it's a tiny home on his lot, and it's where his grandfather used to live. And he's not putting it out on market for rent or anything like that. Um, but he's like, hey, if you want to rent it, let me know. So I said, okay. After we, looked around more for places to rent, and it was just ideal for us financially to rent here, and it's not a bad place. The thing I was most concerned about when we were moving here is whether or not internet service was going to be provided at the speeds we need in order for me to do, the streams, for us to both game together with like Destiny. I have a server that's running in the house now, so that was the kind of stuff that I was thinking about when, we moved out here. So I think D-Man is educated a bit in the tiny house thing, tiny home stuff, because he's right. You either have him kind of out in the boonies, or you have him in a zoned area. Yeah, that sounds about right. So D-Man said, I live out in the middle of nowhere, 15 acres, where you can shoot out in your backyard if you want. Not that you do it too often. Yep. Basically, we can do that around here too if we wanted. We don't really own any firearms, though. I believe my landlord or neighbor does. Definitely does. Just a couple hunting things, I think. So, otherwise, I have a BB gun that I just use to break some glass. Going to make some beach glass out of that, hopefully soon. I got to buy a rotisserie to put the bucket on. So, was ISDN? What is ISDN? I've never heard of ISDN. Was that the 64? No, that had to be before 64-bit kilobit, right? Or 64 kilobit. Basic rate interface 128 kilobits. Okay. Okay. Got it. Oh, this seems decent. What are dial-up speeds? Dial-up speeds are 56 kilobits. Okay. Yeah, I remember when people were freaking out because the big thing was you get a big box and it took two phone lines and put them together and gave you that 112, you know, kilobit per second. So, and then who was it? I can't remember who it was. I think it was my uncle who was telling me about how he had one, but he had one that had like a cool feature where you could like flip a switch sort of thing. And what it would do is it would have it so that the one line would go from being internet and then turn it into a phone. So that way you would still have internet with your 56, and then you can switch it from phone, internet sort of thing. Alright, I think though that I'm probably going to head off at this time. Um, because we still need to go hit the root beer store. Yep.
Can you help me do this lost sector real quick?
You what?
Can you help me do this lost sector real quick? I think it's a higher level than I am.
Yes, I can pop on real quick and help you with the lost sector. Alright, guys. That's the stream. Quick recap for anyone who's just coming in. Usually I like to do a quick recap. At least I would like to do a quick recap I would like to do a quick recap at the end of some of these streams. That way, you know, you can just hit the end of the stream and see what the recap was. But we talked about whether or not what sort of upgrade I could probably do with the channel, whether or not it would be audio for videos, audio for streams, or video itself for the videos, or the other option was just make more content for the channel, which sounds like everyone wants more content for the channel. I made a Twitch poll that will last for about 1 week. Maybe I'll put that in the description below once this video publishes, where it was a quick poll and you can submit what your choice was on that. And then we chatted for a bit about some of D-Man's new case that he has. And then we talked about some older tech. And then, yeah, some of the stuff that I need to do in order to kind of get up and running again. So I think that's it. So you guys have yourself a wonderful Sunday afternoon. I'm going to get off, help her with a lost sector, I guess, real quick, and then I am going to go to the root beer store. So take care, guys. Happy Sunday.